Eh? Just like that. Guys, before I start, this is my prayer banner. We reject Bill 7 in Zambia. Oh Lord, show us mercy. This evil bill must not... Can you see me, guys? Oh, good. Before I start, we reject Bill 7 in Zambia. Oh Lord, show us mercy. This bill is evil. It must not go through. Your mercy, show mercy on Zambia. Lile Mutambo and Pastor Jerry as an author. This has been my prayer banner for the past few days on NSPPD. And now I've come across a very disturbing comment from Mutale Mwanza. And I must say that some women have guts. In fact, they should not even touch things which are not their level. Okay, yesterday I posted on my social media platform asking if she can, ask for forgiveness from Chichi Daisy, and then I would speak to Chichi Daisy because Chichi is my girl. I knew Chichi in 2015 and Mutale Mwanza when I was trying to run Z Factor Talent Search, as well as Jonah Buyoya, and I told Buyoya he would work for BBC one day because I could tell from his voice. I have emails with that regard when I used to communicate with Jonah. Now, I've come across a very disturbing post, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that somebody who has a court case, many of you people may be wondering what's going on. A few months back when Diamond TV had awards, was it last year? Months back or last year, Mutale Mwanza had highly disrespected Chichi Daisy on social media and even alleged that she was dating Bowman Lusambo, who's incarcerated by the ruthless UPND government. And she also alleged that she was dating David Kazadi. She mentioned a lot of names. And that was very bad of her because she directly mentioned Chichi and called her a porn star, things like that. And Chichi being a quiet person who's reserved, who's living her life, she also dragged the ex-husband in the matter to say that's the reason why you have an ex-husband, because you cheated on him the day before. Now, we are Christians, right? We don't want to see people go down the route of going to jail, prison and things like that. It doesn't matter. Just like Ethel Chisono. She disrespected me several times before. I've never had any arguments with her, but she just decided she doesn't like me. Did I celebrate when she was incarcerated? No. I stood for her to say no, because I don't want to see people in pain like that. In the past as well, Mutale Mwanza had made sure that Serafina Ntenga went to jail. And she never had any mercy. And people have been trying to refer to how she had no mercy to Serafina. Why should Chichi Daisy have mercy on her? So they've started going to court. All right. She's been quiet. She even posted the other day to say, you know what? We learn from our mistakes. Or like, okay, maybe Mutale Mwanza is growing. I just saw it because I blocked her. I don't follow many of these socialites. I just block them off my page. I can't deal with toxic, kind of arrangements. So most of the celebrities, I block them. So I thought, oh, maybe she has changed. She's a different person. And then this morning, I'm reading that she's endorsing Bill 7. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you okay? Like, seriously? Do you even understand Bill 7? Look here, Mutale Mwanza. We know you slay, you do whatever you do on social media. This is not your battle. Okay? One, you're not a politician. You're a socialite. Two, if lawyers like Simon Mlengamuela, who's a, social media personality, can reject Bill 7 and give us the clauses that are dangerous to our constitution, then you say, I am endorsing Bill 7 because Bill 7 is going to give women opportunities. Well, I was part of UPND government party, before they formed government. I'm a woman that was traveling thousands of miles to Zambia to campaign for HH when it was not suitable during the Patriotic Front days. I faced cadarism and not even a phone call for even tea. Come and drink tea in State House. So are you telling me, with all the qualifications I have after master's degree, that Hakainde Hichilema will now appoint women now that he's bringing in Bill 7? We don't need Bill 7 to appoint women. If HH was serious about appointing women, he would have adopted many women in Lusaka, but he adopted men only in Lusaka. The women that have been adopted, like Princess Kasuna, you know, that's a village. So it's a must, they'll be standing there in their village. Most of them, it's men, okay? And when he was doing his appointments, whether it's diplomatic, majority are men. And if you're not related to him, or you're not from Southern Province, you don't even stand a chance in the diplomatic space. So if HH is going to be appointing women according to Bill 7, certainly Mutale Mwanza, you don't stand a chance because 1, you're not even from his region. 2, you've never even been part of his party. Already people in his party are complaining. So my dear, for this that you have done, trying to endorse Bill 7, I withdraw my support to beg Chichi to forgive you. Taula Pila. How can you be supporting something which is ripping our constitution, where Hakainde Hichilema wants to be a one-party state only? Or because somebody who is close to you, who's part of UPND, has sent you that please post and will reduce the case for you or something like that. I don't even know what is going on in your head. If I were you, I would have stayed away from this. Because this Bill 7 matter is not your level. Okay? Your level is the socialites fighting each other on social media, fighting for territory. We left that space for you. So you leave this for us politicians to discuss and lawyers. Okay? It is a fundamental human right for a Zambian person to vote for someone in. But according to Bill 7, are you aware that Hakainde Hichilema does not want by-elections when an MP resigns or is expelled? Are you aware of that? So don't click clauses that may look good to you because you are a woman. If you are indeed a woman that is supporting Bill 7, why didn't you support Bill 10? Because you were a dancer of PF. You were part of the Patriotic Front. How come we didn't see you support Bill 10? You would blast at Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu. You would blast at Wena Bowman. I have videos on my YouTube channel. And then today, you want to stand and say, I've read and I'm supporting this. What nonsense is that? Will you keep quiet? Are you supporting because you think they're going to pardon you for your case and then the case will be thrown out? If Elias Musiani was thrown in jail for 5 months, certainly you too, you'll be in jail for 6 months for cyber. Because you accused a young lady who never did anything to you. And we as women trying to stand for you, you are now throwing it in our face that you don't give a shit about our support. And you are throwing it in our face to say, I'm supporting these people because why? They're the government of the day. Don't you know the future of even our children suffers with Bill 7? Are you aware that Laz has sued the government? Who is Laz? Laz is the Law Association of Zambia. Are you telling me that Laz fipuwa sana to take our HH government to court? Are you telling me that Simon Mwila would write a letter to the president? You are the one who's smart. You are smarter than us. Oh boy, oh boy. Not this battle, my friend. Step aside. Step aside from this battle. It's not your level. Okay? We who have studied human rights understand that Hakainde Hichilema is using even the SDA church. He claims at the time when he attended that SDA conference with so many women, that those women were asking for Bill 7. Now, Mutale Mwanza, tell me, among the 20 women that HH would appoint, you think he would appoint you? Like, what chance do you have? What are your qualifications apart from a certificate in relations? What? Where are they going to send you? To the UN? To do what? HH will leave his relatives, his wife's relatives. Okay? So whatever you can say, excuse me, John, a socialite should not support nonsense. All the celebrities that are posting on social media, they are posting against Bill 7. They are not foolish. B-Flow has shared the dangers of Bill 10. He shared before. Then he's also again condemned Bill 7 as of March 2025, even when some of us were not speaking about politics. So if it's not your topic, shut up. You don't talk about things that will bring problems to our country. You have a case with Chichi. Focus on that. Focus on how you have disrespected so many of us on social media. Some of us didn't even take action because we don't even care about those things. We know that you're socialites. You gain, followers through the insulting and all those things that you do on social media. But when it comes to our country, Zambia, my friend, shut up. Step aside. Let us who are speaking for our country speak about our country. I've been speaking for Zambia as far back as 2020. When you were dining with the Patriotic Front. And now you are dining with UPND. Every party that comes in, you are dining with them. Whilst the Zambia people suffer. And you are flaunting how you are living luxurious life and your swimming pools. You've been flaunting since the Patriotic Front days. So I don't expect you to come and try to distract people. To tell us how the clause of the women will give you an opportunity. If Hakainde Hichilema wanted to give women opportunities, he would have given many of us jobs. But he used and dumped us. He's a bloody user. And certainly will not allow him to use the Zambian youths, including even the SDA church. That's why I brought the SDA today out on my social media platforms to let them know that this guy is using you. Okay? He's using you, the SDA church. And now he wants to use people with disabilities. The UN had a UN Disability Day. HH didn't post anything. Okay, if he really cared about disabled people, why didn't he post? Are you telling me that HH is going to give opportunities to persons with disabilities now because of Bill 7? They'll give 3 people when he even fired that lady in the Human Rights Commission. Why didn't he keep her there? To prove a point that he appoints people with disabilities. He used at the beginning and he felt, I don't need you anymore. That's what he's going to do with Bill 7. Hakainde Hichilema will appoint the so-called women. Remember, Bill 7 is going to give him so much power that he can fire and hire. And guess what? He can even bring up a case on you of something you never even did. That's how Bill 7 is very dangerous. It gives ECZ the powers to even eliminate people, to remove them, expel them from even standing. ECZ will be given so much power. So my dear, if you have not read the document, the way we have summarized it, you better shut up and focus on selling your eggs and enjoying in the economy of Zambia when Zambians are suffering. And you are benefiting and enjoying. Things are good for you. You are selling eggs. You've built a swimming pool. Life is good. Focus on raising the funds, 2 million kwacha to settle Chichi. And leave this battle for us who have been fighting since Bill 10. I fought against Bill 10. I'm certainly fighting against Bill 7. So you are telling me, Mutale Mwanza, the NGOCC, that woman, Beauty Katebe, Tabakwata for her to even say we are going to protest. Tabakwata for her to say, okay, let's try dialogue. Tabakwata for her to come up with all the statements and the opposition against Bill 7. And mind you, the same woman, okay? Mind you, the same woman, Beauty Katebe, fought so hard for Hakainde Hichilema, even for Bill 10. So, you will not come here and start telling us how Bill 7 will help you to get a job as a woman. You are excited. You are excited about what? What are you excited about? Instead of you being even sympathetic with the whole situation, empathetic and apologetic, you are now coming out to think you have no influence anywhere. Your influence is to show people that you have nyash. And to show them how you can swim in an expensive swimming pool. That is your influence. And how you can dress nice and tell us how we cannot afford wigs. So stay in your corner. You have met your match, Chichi Daisy, who has refused to withdraw the matter despite you going to meet her family and whoever and the church. So a person like you, you deserve what you're going through. Because we thought maybe now Chinjako. And for those of you who don't understand what Bill 7 is, in summary, okay, Simon Wheeler wrote something, okay? He said, I have taken some more time to go through Bill 7. And the more I study it, the more clearer it becomes that the proposal is not simply a harmless adjustment to our governance structure, okay? It is not a reform. It is not modernization. It is not certainly about development. Bill 7 is a calculated assault. An assault, okay, on the Zambia's democracy and deliberate attempt to centralize political power in the hands of one individual and party. So you are supporting Hakainde Hichilema to be the only political party in power because that's what he's going to do. Bill 7 is about HH bringing in even more intimidation so that those people who stand, they intimidate them. When they intimidate them, they will withdraw from standing. There will be no other replacement of that candidate from another political party. Hakainde Hichilema will carry on and their political party will win elections. When they win elections, okay, it means there will be a one-party state. Then when it comes to the 55 MPs which need to be appointed, the ones who are supposed to appoint those MPs is the UPND political party. We all know that UPND is centralized on one particular region. And they are looking for 35 MPs in Southern Province. So of what benefit will it be when we're doing here in Parliament? Of what benefit is it going to be to you and me? Okay, so whatever the case, stay away from this battle. Akwa mbane niko kwine na bena Chichi. Eko wale mtuka. You insult everybody. You have now met somebody who said, let's go to court as Ogelele. I saw Millie Beauty. She posted for you, asking for forgiveness. You have not shown any remorse on your page, even to ask for forgiveness on your page for the Zambian people to see that really are empathetic. You are now jumping onto Bill 7, Evo Suza Cheetah. Certainly, we are not going to allow you. Because you cannot jump from your matters, okay, with Chichi. You now want to jump to, you want a woman to be in, you Mutale Mwanza at one time you told Zambia that Palache Papa social media. You're going to put Zambia upside down. It is you that we should now make you be part of government. You took Serafina, police, over simple petty matters. It is you that will now take at Tiaku government women. You disgraced a woman. Gumufula up and down per social media. It is you that will give position in government. As who? Will give you position. Have you seen Princess Kasune? Check her profile when she started. Even though now she's disappointing us with Bill 7, she has no choice because she has to please her church. These are people who started as activists of HIV long ago. Check her profile. You have insulted many of us blue black on social media. And you want to come and advise as to how Bill 7 is a very important... Hey, shut up, Wena. Shut up. Shut up. This is not Kumwesu TV or Tuvange. This is not any of those programs. This is about life and the future of Zambia. So you will not bring your tactics to influence the young people to think Bill 7 is an important thing when it's a useless thing that wants to rip us from our rights as Zambian people. Are you telling me if somebody dies, there's no by-election, they just pick and point? UPND will just pick and point and say, okay, let this person be there. People will be dying suddenly, I'm a poison. Mama accident. So they take over. It's a very dangerous bill. And certainly the HH cannot even work with you. He has failed to work with people who campaign for him. How many of us in the diaspora campaigned for him? How many of us contributed money? Diaspora contributed thousands of dollars towards HH campaign. None. He just appointed 2 of the men from diaspora. The rest, he's appointed Mazoka's daughter. She's in UK here embassy. You mean all the UK people that were helping him in America, he couldn't appoint them. He has collected Chibamba Kamanyama from his region. Every embassy has got people from his region. Every embassy have got people from his region. That's the Hakainde Hichilema you want to trust with even more powers. Eh? Every police station has got people from his region. The traffic officers, people from his region. What is that? You now give him more 55 MPs, 10 MPs to nominate, 20 women to nominate. You think he's going to take people from your region? He doesn't care about those things. He will just tell you, in fact, he's praising us, they are very useless. They will tell you how they qualify. Even when Chipo Mwanawasa was appointed, they said she qualifies. I kept on asking questions. I used to come to Zambia. I used to go to the secretariat. I've never seen Chipo Mwanawasa anywhere. Who is she? Oh, you don't know her. She contributed for the elections in 2016. Oh, really? Okay. Where is Jito coming from? Oh, he was working for... Please. Bakadansaba PF. Mwadidira PF. Okay? Mwadidira wena mtele mwanza PF. You were showing people your Range Rover in PF time. When people were suffering. In UPND, you are even dancing even more. So please, if you are enjoying, or maybe I don't know if anybody has promised you an opportunity in UPND, it's a lie. They won't give it to you. You don't have a good record. They can't give you. Forget it. The same way they have used this young lady, Iris Kayungu. They can't give her any position. They are just using her image to bring people. But who's going to be part of it? And by the way, who tells you that when Bill 7 is enacted, that HH will remember the women who are even just ordinary women? He cannot. And certainly he will never remember you. So you focus on reconciling and apologizing to Chichi Days. Focus on understanding why Laz is suing government. Read. That's why it's Kuriyawama. That's why I was saying that these socialites, they're coming on social media doing comment. They don't even understand. The other day, it took Mwizukanji to post Ima Bill 7 if you can. People were commenting. Why? Arisambirira. Umutu wa Sambira will understand. No, this is an important topic in our country. You, in the midst of all the protests, all the condemnation, how the process of consultation has taken place in UPND government, you come and say, I like this. Ew. Keep quiet. Shut up, Conrad. Block. Nonsense. Have you ever seen a Pan-Africanist coming here slaying with wigs? Get out, idiot. Okay? So now, another thing that has happened, guys, is that the Law Association of Zambia has demanded that the government and the National Assembly immediately withdraw Constitution Amendment of Bill 7, arguing that the reintroduction of it violates the constitutional order. For those of you who may not have followed this, because obviously you follow the slave queens, they don't post such type of things. Bill 7 went to court and the Constitutional Court said HH did not consult. In fact, HH was even done a favor. He decided to withdraw a day before the constitutional ruling because obviously the court is in his pocket. If he did not withdraw, okay, before, he would have been impeached. But because he was told by the court that you have, disregarded the law, so please withdraw first, then we're going to announce that this thing has been, thrown out. You should not even debate. You should not even debate about Bill 7 in court, in Parliament. Okay, so now the Law Association of Zambia, Lungisani Zulu, said the association is deeply alarmed by the government's decision. We shouldn't even be using the word government. We should be saying by HH. Because Bill 7 is centralized on HH. It's about Hakainde Hichilema wanting so much power. By Mutale Mwanza. Already, things are tough in Zambia. Okay? HH will add more taxes if he became president. But he's not going to become president. The next president of Zambia is Brian Mundwele. The man there that I've put in the corner that condemned Bill 7 yesterday in the interview. You can watch his interview on my page on YouTube and on his page, Brian Mundud. He's the next president of Zambia next year. Okay? He stated that Bill 7 does not exist because it was already thrown out of court. So if HH wanted to bring back Bill 7, he should have even called it maybe Bill 8, Bill 9, Bill whatever. But he's decided to bring back, reintroduce Bill 7. He sent young people and old people who are pro-UPND cadres, like the way he has put ECZ, chair, the murderous mother of, the daughter, Dani Shina Mangala Zalomes, the daughter Maria Zalomes. He's packed all the UPND cadres there. He packed the UPND cadres to consult. Now, to go around the country to consult can take even 18 months. How can you tell me that it can take you 30 days to consult around Zambia? Were they using choppers? And then they've consulted from 11,000 people. So you're telling me that it took them every, second, they were receiving, reports from people, and they were compiling those reports. Those are made up numbers, just like they trump up and make up charges of people who are in prison. Those who are in prison under the UPND government, who are part of the Patriotic Front, don't even have cases. Hakainde Hichilema has really, really brought in corruption in Zambia. He has bought the constitution, to himself, like he feels he's above the law. Okay? The courts are under his pockets. The judiciary under his pockets. Everybody that he has appointed are people that can listen and obey to his instruction. There is no rush for Bill 7 to be brought in. If he really, really wants Bill 7, let's go for an election in January. And then after that, because we know he's losing, we can now, amend our constitution. So despite the Constitutional Court saying this should not take place at all, Munya Zulu fought for this. A youth, whilst you were a dancer, you are enjoying in your swimming pool. Munya Zulu is in jail. How dare you come and talk about Bill 7? How dare you? Munya Zulu is in jail because of the same Bill 7. They had to trap him with a case to say he did this, he said this, defamation of character, blah, 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 blah. He's in jail, he should be out this month. HH was jealous of Munya Zulu. HH was jealous, and he's smart. Jealous of JJ Banda. These are smart guys, very smart. So what does he do? JJ Banda abducted, he's in exile. He lost his parliamentary seat. Munya Zulu, trumped up charges, he's in prison. He lost his seat. Tasila Lungu, a woman. HH, they're gonna give us job. Iwe, a woman is in South Africa, Tasila Lungu, mourning her father. The same president, the evil, ruthless Hakainde Hichilema, has taken the seat from her. And you say, women. Which women will HH work with? If he can treat the widow in South Africa like he has, he's a very evil person. How do you take a widow to court like he has? So much for somebody who has a heart for women. He doesn't have a heart for any woman, and HH should go in 2026. We better remove this guy. Shut up. What do you mean I should leave? I should leave Mutale Mwanza for what? She has touched on our topic as politicians. I'll talk about her to stay in her lane. You understand? You are busy swimming in a swimming pool, selling eggs. Munya Zulu is in jail for Bill 7. How dare you come and talk about Bill 7? Atta sechiveresh. Atta. Akshafa my eggs, you. Keep on making your money in your eggs whilst the Zambian people suffer. You all leader. And this man is in jail for Bill 7. And there's no way his legacy could go down because your nyash said Bill 7 should go through. We don't give a shit. Shut up. Nonsense. Do you know how painful it is to see 3 young people, parliamentarians, lose their seats? And the idiotic UPND lie that they're going to give you seats when they have grabbed 3 seats from UPND parliamentary, from PF parliamentarians and independent. How does it? How does it? You took the seat from Munazul, took the seat from Tasila Lungwe Youth. Now they are after the seat of Binwa Mpundu, another youth. And you are telling me, yeah, UPND, they are good. How do you support such uselessness? When a young woman is at Mutale Mwanza, you are even supposed to go Kuchino Chaba Lunguiwe. You are one of the people who are very ungrateful. You benefited from the government of ECL. You had good opportunities whilst people were suffering. But you've never even gone to South Africa to go and mourn with the widow and the family. And you want to be in parliament when you have no heart for a fellow woman. When you have no heart for fellow women, you insult us and disrespect us and undress us blue-black. And you expect who to give you a position. Position is not by face, my friend. It's not by beauty. It's not by beauty. Position is how you deliver. Imitima. You have a bad heart, wicked heart. For you to start pouring all that nonsense about Chichi Daisy, because you wanted to finish her name. You understand? Tasila Lungwe youth has lost her seat. You used to talk about Mwanakatwe. You talked about her so badly. And you want to be a member of parliament as a woman. Which parliament? Who even allow you to stand there? If they are using you to advertise Bill 7, it's not going to work. We come against that evil spirit of Bill 7. It's a demon. And when they plan to go to parliament on the 15th of December, like you've seen, I've written it as a prayer request. Once we go on the 15th of December to parliament and they vote, I am very sure Bill 7 will fall. So don't support rubbish. You want HH to be in power for 27 years. You can't all let shama eggs. So you're comfortable with HH being a president. You are driving expensive cars. You are living in a swimming pool. Whilst people don't even have electricity, you have electricity. That is why you are saying Bill 7 is a good thing. Bill 7 is evil. Don't listen to these socialites that undress on social media. They are swimming costume arrangements on social media. And you are suffering. And you want to listen to her. This is Simon Wheeler. He's living comfortable. But he's fighting for the people of Zambia. These are what you call social media influencers, not our Bakadanza. That's it. So Mr. Zulu of Laz is the man in the middle, has been concerned by the speaker's decision. Okay, another useless speaker, woman. I'm telling you, the women that UPND has appointed, they are zombies. Anyway, they work by remote control of HH. It's you who's a Mbwa, your mother, not me. Get out. You understand? Hakainde Hichilema appointed Princess Kasune as the Minister of Justice. She's remote control. Even when she's talking, she talks things that she cannot even convince me or you. She cannot even convince us. Then she has appointed the speaker, a UPND cadre. He has also appointed the ECZ chair, Mwangala Zalomes, another ECZ. We just need to vote another person. Yes, we are voting for Brian Mondowe. Okay, ECZ chairperson, another cadre of HH. All right, all of them, they're the ones who are doing the dirty works of HH. He just tells them, do this, do this. Like today, Hakainde Hichilema has called all MPs of UPND to go to State House today to convince them how if they don't vote for Bill 7, they will not be adopted, they will lose their parliamentary seats and things like that. Somebody who has to convince you, to con you. Don't trust him. That guy is a liar. A bloody liar. So you, Mutale Mwanza, before you start touching on things that don't, if you shukukumine, uayako ku school first, not a public relations certificate, 2 weeks class. You come and say you've studied. No. 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then 1 month. About public relations from course how many weeks? We are talking about you go to university and sit down in a class 3 years studying law. Like these laws. Now, Simon Will. After they graduated, they now did Ziale. After they've done their Ziale, they've now done masters. Like Simon Will had become 2 master's degree. Ebo tukala umfila nati we chikopo. Why is pa social media or after mwafula, you want to tell us about Bill 7? Atase, chweresh. Allah. Nonsense. So now, somebody saying, you need to tell us what is bad about Bill 7. I did part 1. What is bad about Bill 7? Check on my TikTok. The video is there. Check on my YouTube channel. The video is there. Allah. Lawyer, uyu. Adi Sambila Simon, aletu ewa tise danger iwe. Wafula, pa social media. We saw to ewa Bill 7 is good. Hey, chibere shit. Just like I told Kuka off. Kuka sis wabkambwiri condemn Bill 7. Katushinga balempela shinga mwena mama socialite mwa balende fiabu puba. She comes on social media and starts saying Kambwiri is a comedian. I said, hey, don't you touch on Kambwiri is a giant. You think because students are being paid to go and parade themselves, hey, general, commander, hey, commander, finish video, fiabu puba. Commander, you graduate, you have no job. Who's going to give you a job? You're not even from HH region, he will give you a job. Do you know where HH is? HH doesn't work with people who are not from his region. Why doesn't he send Mutale na Lumango, a woman, to all the meetings across the world? He sends Mulambo Haimbe because Mulambo Haimbe is his tribe. He's a tribalist and a sadist. What is the role of Mutale Lumango? To go and officiate the music album launch. To go and officiate toilets, small buildings. Is that her role? And you are telling me that Hakainde Hichilema will appoint women and give them which jobs? Why doesn't he send even the Minister of Justice to go and represent him at the UN? Why send Mulambo Haimbe? Why can't he send any other woman, even the speaker, to represent him? Because he doesn't trust women. So if he's telling me he's going to work with women, it's a lie. Hakainde Hichilema can never work with any woman. That's a lie. So now, Aba Sambidia Mutale Mwanza Kutika, Ababa Laz, who are learned, the chairperson of Laz, the Law Association of Zambia, Aba Lolekesha, Pama Fundea Chalocha Zambia. But let to evat, Bill 7 should not go to Parliament. Edo iwe, Choko Adi, after slaying on social media. You now want to come and tell us how Bill 7 is good. Ure ikarafi. Kabia kukotu kumule lwana Chichi Daisy. For ham tukire. Even the woman that you even try to defend, Miri Beauty. Uyo, na kwatanawa sugar. In my husband's house. So what was the battle all about? You had a personal grudge against Chichi Daisy and you used Miri Beauty's situation to talk down on Chichi Daisy. You are wicked. You are very wicked. And there's no way we can allow you in any government position. Which government position? Today, Shavena Muskanja, Chaba Bapuinemi Tipature Pera iwe. As who? As who? We give you as who? We should give you for what? What have you done? For showing us all your body structure on social media, in swimming pool. We should now come and please. You're not even an inspiration in any way. Please. And the court case, if I were you, I'll beg this girl, because if you go to jail 6 months, you can never ever stand anywhere. You now have a criminal record. Visa to America, they're not going to give you. You have to declare that you have a criminal record. Anywhere, UK, everywhere. So you have a lot to lose than Chichi Daisy. Focus on begging this girl before you get yourself criminal records where you cannot even fly to any country. Shishita. You think because you can fly to South Africa, chalo cheka. Kwali mama opportunities for you to fly across the world. Wakakutana visa because you have to declare that you have a criminal record. So according to our last, chairperson, he says, when leaders are tasked with upholding the constitution and ignore it, citizens are left with limited lawful avenues for, redress, therefore eroding public trust and inviting instability. Government must lead by example by respecting and abiding the court decisions, he said. Okay, Hakainde Hichilema, he needs to be impeached. He's been sued as well by Brian Monduile and Celestine Mokandila with regards to his eligibility to stand in 2026. He made sure that Edgar Lungu, who was eligible 5 times, went to court every time. And the last time he pushed his corrupt judiciary system to say that Edgar Lungu was not eligible. Now, you have taken the Patriotic Front from PF using Chabinga. You have made sure that Edgar Lungu did not stand. He is not eligible according to your corrupt judiciary system. You made sure that Edgar Lungu did not have access to medical and he has died. You made sure that Edith Nawakwi did not have access to medical. She has died. You, Mutale Mwanza, if HH was kind, you would have brought Edith Nawakwi close. But all he did is spend his life denting her image until she died. Even went to pay respects. That's what he wanted to do to Edgar Lungu. And his family has said, no, he will never see the body of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. You want to bury people, your enemies. It is an error to fiakwa for an enemy to bury you. It is not even scripture anywhere. It is not even godly for an enemy to bury you. But there he was burying Edith Nawakwi. There he was making speeches, even calling Mwanawasa Memorial, when he used to call Mwanawasa cabbage. Such a liar is whom you want to uphold trust. Already he has failed our constitution 19 times. He should be actually impeached if we had the right people in parliament. Ulabeja. HH will be president for who? For where? Hakainde Hichilema knows he will not be president in 2026. That's why he is desperate for Bill 7. Because he wants to disqualify so many people. And then he should remain alone, like what happened in Tanzania. That's why he went to Tanzania to go and celebrate his inspiration. Mama Samia Suluhu. That's his inspiration. But Tanzania is Tanzania. Zambia is Zambia. It's not going to happen, Hakainde Hichilema. As long as we are on the altar of prayer, praying. Churches are praying. Zambians are praying. You are a one-term president. You are gonest. Forget about those people who are praising you because they are eating from your chambers. You are not going anywhere. You are not going to be president next year. And because you have disobeyed our constitution, you can't be president. A president must be able to look at what the rules of our country say, the laws, and obey them, abide by them. But Hakainde Hichilema has refused to obey. It's your mother, please. Who's the Kolwe? What is adoption when I'm going to be a cabinet minister in 2026? Mark it. I will be a cabinet minister in Zambia. What is adoption? God did not allow me to work with a demonic party. Imagine with all the things that are happening. How was I going to speak for you if I'm dining with this useless kind of government? I should be praising useless things. God orders our steps. If God knows that you are going to be in danger, he will not allow you. So adoption is not a measure of where God is taking me. I will be a cabinet minister and one day I'll be president of Zambia. Okay, so Mr. Zulu has stated that the Constitutional Court declared Mutale Mwanza sambiri nako. Learn. It's not by showing nyash on social media and showing all your cleavage, showing everything. And then you think that you have influence to tell people. You will learn according to the laws of our country. It's not by you because you've read women and you come and endorse. What are you endorsing? Anyway, even if you endorse, you have never supported anything that will win. Okay, so Mr. Zulu stated that the Constitutional Court declared that the government's decision to initiate a constitution amendment process culminating in Bill number 7 before undertaking wide consultations, okay, with the people goes against the spirit of Articles 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 61, 90, 91, and 92 of the Constitution as amended by Acts number 2 of 2016. Abasambirira balanda wakutika, not slaying manyashi pa social media that I am endorsing bills. Ada chibereshi chinombeshi ada but zona abantu balikwate chibereshi. You want to leave a case of Chichi days, eh? Eko wala kwata criminal record. We se nombole beresha yufwe. Fwema lawyers. Fwema samirira. Fwema ya muskuli ya basungu. We sore wata because you showed Nyash on Facebook. Please. Please. No biba ichibereshi chaso. Ichibereshi. The last president has spoken. So now he has added that going against the court's declaration is a breach of the law. Not by Onyash, Mutale Mwanza, that you think you influence. It's a breach of the law for Bill 7 to even go to parliament. But these people feel they are above. Nelly Muti is a qualified lawyer. We can remove her from last. Gilbert Piri reduced the sentence of a murderer, Maria Zalomes, to manslaughter, and she has not got case up to now. So if you think you get that type of favor, you have nothing to offer except Nyash. Her mother has something to offer there. The mother is a ECZ chair. That is why they had to do her that favor. But you, what will they benefit from you as UPND? Who be you? Who are you? I mean, what is your influence? You think HH by taking Chipo Mwanawasa and bringing her close to work with her is by what? The name Mwanawasa. By bringing Kaunda Mpep is what? He knows what he's doing. So you, what is your influence? Tell me. Apart from showing your Nyash on social media and insulting people on social media. What is your influence? And you think they will call you to say, come and be part of an MP. And this same Bill 7 will even go against the same Hakainde Hichilema if it goes through and he loses elections. Because people like you, Mutale Mwanza, mukalatu lole shebonse to the cabinet ministers, emo to the mudia, ela mwava lepunda to women, you already have urifeso. Ela time, biological time, it ticks. Ela wasa yusheti, ye kwena kashinga shasa potefia bupubefi. Imagine 55 MPs. Tuwaba fuati kabeka bana kashibambi fie. You are not even there. So what was the point for you fighting for something that you will never ever be part of? Chindik. All these young people that are saying no Bill to Bill 7 have read Bill 7. You haven't. Bakwa bela fati, bakala pera man. So kwa rifiati. Ulandati. I'm a women. Bakala ba parents to. They will give women lots of jobs. So go and post. Go, I've read Bill 7. It says so for yeah. Which women? You want to get sympathy from UPND over Chichi Desi's case, Ulabeja. Because even Chichi Desi, she's also connected. This is a battle of connections. Remember, she's a TV presenter. You were even fired for your mouth. You had to beg. You had to use. We know why you are even in the job that you are back to offer FM. We know what happened. We just don't have time to talk about you because for now, our target is Hakainde Hichilema, not you. You are too small for us. Yeah, but I'm here to talk because you have touched on a matter that involves my country. And your influence should not even be alluded to the young people to say, she has spoken. Your influence is a non-starter. In fact, it's not even, not a functional influence. In fact, it doesn't even hold any water. And I'm here to destroy what you have said. Because we are praying and Bill 7 will not go through. Okay? Hey. Imagine aba no bali akuskuru iwe. 4 years alesa mbida lo. You are what about the social media from around radio station, what in South A, in South B, in South C. Then they speak. You come and disrespect them. Iwe. Bututu. It's not by speaking English with an acquired fake accent that you use. Which is accent ya pangafi. This. We can speak that English that fire. What is it for? I've lived in UK 20 years. I can speak that English. I don't want. One time I was speaking here in this, talking to my children. My children were looking at me like, mama. I said, you think I want to speak? I don't want to speak their English. They should speak my Zambian English and Zambian language. Then I'll speak their English accent. Our English is for the ones who were born here. You know, So well, I'll put Nana Bikafet Bill 7. Yeah. Go. And your fellow people that go and support Bahana Kuriba Narumango's office trying to show pictures. We have seen that before. It's temporal. They'll use you and dump you. And the next season now, because you'll be trying to see where you fit in. How will you fit in? Because now people know that you are two-faced people. PF mwalenyo pola. Moyo piende mwaisa mwalenyo pola. Mweka fe mwafa mwalenyo pola. Our government next year is for the poor people. We are not hanging around with slay queens and the celebrities. No. We are hanging around the poor. We are hanging around people like Simon Mwila who have fought. Yofumapa. Rebeke fiabu UPND up. Fiabulosh. Which is forward. Do we look like Freemasons on this page? Nonsense. Okay? So, someone like Simon Mwila will tell us, Kumatero kwa baso. We'll work with him. Love, kwa baso. Not him, we. Okay, so the last president has said Laz is calling on the government and the National Assembly to listen to the voice of the church, traditional authorities, even chiefs. Nako up makumushkumo we Mutale Mwanza na bakana bill 7 anyway. Bill 7. Tomorrow you want land, kuna kwenda kula chief kumyo we kuja kumushi. Whether you like it or not, you want to build a farm there. That's how life is. Wakesa nat akaka nakaka let's support a bill 7. Nakan. Tomorrow you want a mining land. Kuma chiefs, baka kukanina. Be careful what you are reaping, sowing now. You're going to reap in the future. The chiefs in Zambia, they are very respectable people. They are very powerful and influential. So some topics, stay away from them. Tafikukumine. Watu lekera ifotu alanda. Allah. By slaying, you now want to come and talk about Bill 7. The former member of parliament, Monazulu and Celestine, have asked the court, even when he's in jail, he's very influential. Very influential. Okay? Somebody saying whoever is supporting Bill 7 is not wishing well for this great nation. Of course. That is why I'm talking about her. The court case must continue. You should know that the same law that you want to abuse by bringing in Bill 7 will come on you for you to know that ila chena law ya Mozambique. Olofale masket if talinama t-shirt to show that you dress decent pocket court. Did you see how she dressed decent pocket court? Court will humble you in Zambia. Hey. Wafala na skirt ya Mama Teresa. Idaine onfala. Na bubu kuka for the next time. That's the court of Zambia for you. Instead of you humbling yourself, imagine how you go to jail. The same court, you think they will favor you. So now, Munya Zulu and Celestine Mukandila have taken the National Assembly clerks and 164 elected and nominated lawmakers of contempt of court because they have breached the initial decision of the court. Remember that the courts right now, they are in Hakainde Hichilema's pocket, bedroom. That's Hakainde Hichilema's bedroom. But when it came to Bill 7, they didn't even want to be part of this. They said, you have messed up here. Now, the petitioners want the presiding officers, the clerks, and lawmakers to be jailed for contempt of court. Then iwe, ule support Bill 7. Ule angala. Okay? It's also an opportunity for me to explain to you guys what Bill 7 is all about. If you come to my page and say Bill 7, of course, Lubasi, by your tribe, we know you support rubbish. Get out. Only people from Southern Province will support Bill 7. Who will support this rubbish bill? So the petitioners want the presiding officers, the clerks, lawmakers to be jailed for contempt of court for participating in what they the duo, Mwanza and Celestine, terms illegal Bill 7. Kabikepo na katambala karibu. Yes, namperako. Telefalila na tatouage work for me. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I don't come here to slay. But when I'm a Minister of Foreign Affairs next year, you will see how I'll be dressing. But I will still have a chitambala. Okay? So, what am I saying? Mwanza and Celestine Mukandila have gone to court to say that the committee of proceedings against Nelly Muti, her deputies, clerks, and lawmakers, that they have been summoned, okay, for that. So the court documents were submitted on the 7th of June, before earlier, in 2025, where the Concord had delivered the judgment, saying that it lacked the mandatory consultative requirements. Now, after all that, okay, they have now gone back, Hakainde Hichilema, to say they should bring Bill 7, sneak it into Parliament. So, now to be couple, contempt of court. Until the court decides, Bill 7 cannot go back to Parliament. Even if they push it. Next week, Kasonde Mwenda has posted that on the 15th, I believe, there will be a protest with the EFF against Bill 7. Zambians, do the right thing. Do not support this evil bill. Don't listen to people who are showing nyash on social media, who have court case to worry about. Instead, they are coming to enter in the affairs, pokunosing in the affairs of the nation. Let's focus on Bill 7 to make sure that it falls. Like what our young man Simon has said. He said the clauses 9 and 18, the abolishing of the by-elections. These clauses remove the right of citizens to choose a new MP when the seat becomes vacant. Instead of a by-election, the political party will simply appoint someone from its headquarters. That is wrong. Or maybe Mutale Mwanza po bakula irati. Ngabasa pitaba UPND. They are going to appoint you when somebody dies. Or they appoint you as a woman and put you there. With all those women in UPND that have been waiting for jobs since 20 years ago. Since UPND has been in opposition, they should come and give you a position. As who? That's the question I asked. UPND is a very evil part. In fact, in 2026, we are closing that shrine. So, as you are praising the bill, I hope you know that even your fame will go with them. Socialites. From PF, you were slaying, making noise, threatening people, arresting Serafina. You've now jumped to UPND. That is why Siawan doesn't even celebrate all these people that are coming to say they are working with HH. It doesn't even tolerate them. He says, all these, Mr. President, they're just here to nyopola, to eat. They don't care. Be careful the people you are bringing in your camp. So people like you, you are opportunist. You are an opportunist. Ala, iwa wari kuisa wani shtuwale sango na makada yu. Ero iwe, uise wakupera appointment. Washa ineriden mutambo, wansha. Wapere iwe Mutale Mwanza. Ula beja. Wayupiendi, washa ine. That worked hard for HH. Barisha. No mpera even, not even a diplomatic appointment because I am Namwanga. Yes, I was asked, what tribe are you? What tribe is your husband? At Yarako Sako. Up to today, I did my diplomatic training. Bad impedance. So in an hour on pani, sweating, using my money, 5 million kwacha all a day. Not even what. But am I hurt? I'm not, because I was already told by prophets. I was given prophecies. I prayed about it, and I know one of the men of God that spoke to me told me that this government, I will never work with them. And he died. So I know. My late dad told me the same thing, and he died. So, that's not the reason why I'm even here to speak. I'm speaking because when a slave mama wants to come on social media, after showing nyash on social media, to come and talk about things that affect my country, I'll speak. focus on your battle with Chichi days. Kamulombe Chichi days, because a criminal record in Africa is not a good thing. You have to declare each time you apply for visa anywhere. What if there's an opportunity in Australia? You need to declare, I was jailed for defamation of character, for instance. And now America is even asking for social media platforms. That's how it has been anyway. If your profile is locked, they're not even looking at you. When you apply for a visa from America, they check your social media platform. And then they just Google your name in court for defamation of someone. Visa denied. Mama Maria Clay, bebe niko Trump taliangasha. My mom in America. Mwah. Trump taliangasha. Another one the other day came. Trying to think what Tiwatinya for former political giants. For Bashima. After Bashima, she now came on Facebook crying. The Minister of Tourism, you're not helpful. The minister, I said, you see, we told you. You know who UPND is. They used you and dumped you. Used you to insult Edgar Lungu's family and dumped you. Now you are coming to Facebook to cry. It took Brian Mundubile, an opposition member of parliament, to even support what you are doing. And if you don't know, some of us, we are that influential that we say, Daddy, Uncle B, help. So some of the help that some of you receive, you don't even know that some of us will just say, Uncle B, I think this one needs help. Help. I'm very influential. Ufuna. And next year we're forming government. I campaigned for HH, became president. I don't campaign for losing team. When I start, Pakati tent, Pakati win. But HH has disappointed us. So he needs to go. But the next president will be there for 10 years. Brian Mundubi, endorsed by me. Tavesh. So guys, another clause 7, which our good brother, I love him so much, Simon Wheeler, he's my son. He says, look, the clause 7, where presidential nomination of MPs, allowing the president to nominate 10 people. I said it last time, but I'm just saying briefly for other people to understand. He says, in a system whereby elections are abolished and party lists dominate, these nominated MPs become a loyal bloc for the executive, meaning, they'll be doing whatever they want in parliament, okay? So local government changes, the removal of 2-term limits is stated memorandum. Like right now, the councillors and mayors, they can only stay for 2 terms, 10 years. But now they want to remove that. So I think I remember Wupiani. Mukamona Bahagwadi. Wanankala as a councillor, as a chairman for 30 years. That's what they want to do by UPND. Paka akafuida pupala pene pachipuna. Ala wakafu abantu wakala pando apa. Hey. Okay, so then Bill 7 repeatedly leaves the important electoral rules to the ECZ regulations instead of writing them in the Constitution. This allows rules to be changed without Simon. My boy writes good English. Book. Facebook. This allows the rules to be changed without the 2/3 majority. It gives excessive discretion to the Electoral Commission and weakens the constitutional safeguards. So if the UPND government was truly interested in the inclusion, which you are crying for, Mutale Mwanza, that they're going to include you, Bill 7 would have contained mandatory gender and youth quotas, campaign finance reform, and protections for women against political violence. None of these appear in the bill. I was politically violated and violenced by UPND members. Undressed, abused on social media. I was then pregnant for Daniela. With my husband, they would come on media and say, how can a pregnant woman stand as a member of parliament? I went to ECZ to file in as independent. ECZ even told me, sit down here, madam. Are you okay? Do you need water? And then UPND members were mocking me how I'm pregnant. I want to stand. I knew I would give birth in June. I knew that if I was going to be given a job as a member of parliament by you guys in Mwanza, I would work from August with a 3-month-old baby. So, but they were mocking me. So if today they insult and disrespect women, UPND, you Mutale Mwanza, they'll put you where? Because you, when you used to speak, they'll even insult you. They used to insult Iris Kaingu. Today, Iris Kaingu is sweet because she's a slave mama that is part of them. But at that time, they would disrespect her, call her names. Derogatory names. Even today, I'm being insulted by UPND. Every day, I block UPND members. And I will never stop blocking them because I hate disrespectful people. So if they really wanted to support you as a woman, as you are claiming Mutale Mwanza, why haven't they put the issues of respecting women, how to campaign with women, the language towards women? No. They continuously disrespect women. So it doesn't mean well for the women that you are claiming. So Simon Wheeler, for you to understand, use your kanongobility. Not to call us if you have 14 take radio station uku. This is reality of life. You read what is going on. Okay? So now, he says that, so when the State House, okay, through Clayson Hamasaka says, for one clause that is dangerous to democracy, like, show us which clause that is dangerous, huh? These are not political games, okay? These are constitutional dangers. Ula ufaichi sungu cha mwana wandi Simon mwile. Ule isa wata after mwafula pama social media. Allah. Hamasaka. Ubufontini ubututo wa mwakwata. You should never play with our constitution. Zambia. Teyenu. Like wa Arabi will say, Usheni haba nyoko. It's not. Zambia belongs to the Zambian people. That is why presidents come and go and they die. So don't take it like a personal to other thing. And Zambia does not need HH. Zambia does not need Bill 7. Zambia needs a leader that can run our country in unity. And that leader is Brian Mundubiri. Chapwa, that's the only person who can unify Zambians. He's got a heart for the Zambian people. I have studied all opposition leaders. I have spoken to them. Nobody can tell me they've never spoken to me. And I can tell you, it's you that will be jailed, idiot. You think by threatening me, I'll be scared? Nobody will jail me. It's your mother. In fact, over your dead body, Wilson. When you die, no problem. To fiakwa, demonic people. Imagine putting our country like this. I can't even speak against my country things, what are going on, what is going on, and you'll be jailed. Kwasia idiots. Fpuba. This is what Zambia has turned into. Uselessness of one region, thinking they're more powerful than other people. And then you want to give them Bill 7 for them to be even more powerful. Nonsense. We are not going to allow that rubbish. We say no to Bill 7. See how they disrespect people. How they disrespect women. Have you ever seen me come on social media and I insult HH from head to toe? No. I tell him he is a thief, he's a liar, he's a mafia. And he's a pathological liar. We have video evidence and we always reference to that. So if I speak against him, Tensele, Ethel Chisono insulted HH. I didn't. So don't compare me to nonsense. Chiweresh, you'll be jailed too. Banoko. In fact, all your children, generation. What does it? Because we're speaking about something which is wrong. Bill 7 must fall. Like Bill 7, Bill 10 fell. We were here talking about Bill 10 must fall. Yapo na Bill 10. Tuashana nokshana. Ni wankole. Then today, Mutale Mwanza should be supporting rubbish. Don't use your platform to post what you don't even understand. Wututu. So now, Simon Mwanza says, Zambia belongs, I didn't even know that he wrote this, okay? He says, these are not political games, he was telling Hamasaka. These are constitutional dangers or that every Zambian must be aware of. Bill 7 is a danger. He now concludes by saying, Zambia belongs to all of us. We have a duty to defend our democracy. So idiots from UPND, when I'm defending my democracy, you won't scare me about jail. It's your mother that will go to jail, not me. Hata say church ni boss, kaidi hanchimbu we know ya Tonga. Get out. Block. Only Tongas are supporting this rubbish. Okay, that's why I have my Tonga friends in the UK. 2 good friends of mine. Mutinta. And the other one, he doesn't like to be mentioned on social media. They are siblings. They tell me, that's why they don't even want to. If I call them, we don't even talk about politics. They are disappointed in HH. That's how much they don't even want to talk about politics. He says he has dented their tribe, Tonga. They don't even want to talk about politics. Let's just continue our friendship that we've had in the UK for 20 years. When I need even $10, I just go and say, hey, you way, bigirako ya drink. Pa, £50. You're the munandi. So, then you, HH, because of your selfishness, you are trying to divide our country for us to look at Tongas like they're aliens. Uleam 2026, and Tongas will still give you jobs in our new government. Don't worry. But vote for Hakainde Hichilema out. No nonsense. Okay, so now, we will not be intimidated by empty State House press statements. We will speak the truth. Simon Mulenga Mwila, aspiring mayor of Lusaka. So I speak. You come and threaten me as to how I'll be arrested. Threaten me. All I know is we serve a just God, a fair God. God do not allow you to have a few days. Tomorrow you kill this one. Tomorrow you kill my poison. And then you think that that's not how God works. By now, but God, He is our almighty protector, the defender of the universe. If you want to play God with HH, you will die. That's how God is. Ask Pharaoh. Ask anybody in the Bible. Where is Goliath? All those people. What happened to them? So, not in a prayer warrior. That you go to a shrine. I also will call upon the God that I know. My WhatsApp name is Warrior Prayer. Nshangasha. From 8 o'clock Zambian time, don't even call my line. Mera will tell you she has my number. I'm busy on the prayer altar. Ubulo shibachira mu UPND na yona ule chalo chesu. Na ilete ubulo shi. Na ilete fiko. Na ileta fyose fibi. Ifo munga tuntuka nyampo. Eno mapela maka. Ati balete mo bill 7. So ati bale ipaya fya abantu. Bale loa fya abantu. Awo mkwae. Tuakana. Kwena lesana kana UPND. Lesana kana. HH. Sorry sir, 2026 Mulea. I know you know that you are going. But you are acting up. That's why you're trying to force. The Catholics have warned you. But your UPND members are insulting the Catholics. The SDA Church, you are silent hypocrites. Why are you silent when Hakainde Hichilema's people, they are insulting the church? A priest stood and spoke about how he can speak about what happens in the country of Zambia because he has children in his house. Who was he mocking? Catholic priest, because we're Catholic priest. And you are quiet. And yet the Catholics are the ones who stood for Hakainde Hichilema when he needed help. Who stood by Hakainde Hichilema when all these things were happening of the treason case? It was the Catholic Church. Today, you are calling the Catholic Church names. You are insulting the government makers. Catholic on its own government. You don't joke with Vatican. Who do you think you are, a church? Do you know who the Catholic is? What power, Zambian power, is what you think you can boast about? Do you know the Catholic, how powerful they are? You UPND useless cadres that are writing on your posts, talking about how you should close the Catholic Church. Iwe, Catholic has been there since 18 Pendef Kondo. Who be you? Nam kwate chivereshi wa UPND. Nam kwate chivereshi to the Catholic Church. And we have not even had the UPND leadership ask for forgiveness. You are just going about because you are drunk with power, because the shrines you go to, they have promised you that you will win. Those shrines, they are collecting money from you. You will lose and they will tell you, they gave you an instruction. You never listen. But we have won. We were supposed to win. That's what you told us. Well, how come we have lost? The Catholic in the whole world is the most powerful church. Don't joke. Catholics can remove you tomorrow, church. By tomorrow, you'll be removed. You will not be president. And once the Catholics wash their hands like Judas washed his hands from Jesus and betrayed him, like a Pharaoh said, I don't visit Potiphar, I wash my hands. Do what you want to do with Jesus. Once they wash their hands, church, you can't win any election. America is not on your side. You can't win any election in Zambia. Certainly in 2026, you cannot even beat Brian Mundu. You even know. So even if you use slay queens to advertise Bill 7, slay queens like Mutale Mwanza, we are not going to be moved or shaken. These are weak soldiers. Even children have seen their nyash on social media. Teenagers have seen their nyash on social media. They have no impact. They are not a factor. So as you try to influence them, persuade them to fight for Bill 7, know that we have commanders like myself to say this is a rubbish bill. Even those students that you have used, commander, making noise, those are hungry children who just need 200 kwacha to shout, commander. When they finish their university, where are they going to work? Will you offer them jobs? Because next year, you're no longer going to be in government. The only person I've seen who's a bit nice is Liswaniso. Liswaniso has tried to balance even the way he speaks. But majority of these UPND, they've grown so big-headed. And I'm happy that Schengen visa of 18 MPs of UPND was denied. US also denied visa. UK too denied visa. Keep on denying this useless rubbish regime visas. And next year, as Foreign Affairs Minister, I am withdrawing all your diplomatic passports with immediate effect of 16th August 2026. I'm the one who's going to be Foreign Affairs Minister. I am withdrawing your passports. And we are putting your names, all of you that have been talking rubbish to the Zambian people, disrespecting the Zambian people. We are putting your names, embassies for visa block. You should never get a visa. You don't deserve to travel out there and represent Zambia. As who? After disrespecting us. After disrespecting the Catholic Church. Go and apologize to the Catholic Church. With immediate effect. You are even sending useless people, calling me names. You are sending deportees of America. Somebody was deported from America to fight me. I've lived in UK 21 years. I obeyed the law of the land. That he got was hopping on girls and was deported from America. Is a person you want to send to attack me. A deportee. The deportee can talk whatever he wants. But in 2026, the deportee will come and beg, you know, it was our job. It was our job because we had to talk. Now we had to. The deportee will be coming to beg. If the deportee was dying, and look at it, look at the pattern. This girl was Kadansa in PF. Okay? That deportee was a Kadansa in PF. That other he got was a Kadansa in PF, even singing songs. Today, there are dancers in UPND and praising UPND. Useless. And you think Zambians will never forget how you were oppressing them during PF, even singing songs, telling us sorry. And today, because you have gotten like a small connection in UPND, tukane no kunwa menshi. Mule tuchinga. SDA Church, you have disappointed me. You have not condemned even that useless girl that did a video insulting Apostle Sunday Senior. And you have not also condemned the fact that they are insulting, UPND members are insulting the Catholic Church. Mukakosho muliro. When it comes to the Catholic Church, you must be humble. The Catholics are a big organization. And certainly HH, you must condemn. But you will not, because you are enjoying. According to Hakainde Hichilema, Zambians don't like him. He has brainwashed Southern Province people saying Zambians don't like him. But he got 2.8 million voters from different regions. Mwanza was supporting you, HH. How dare you come and claim today that my whole household of Namwangas that voted for you, that they don't like you? Because you are not listening to the instructions of the courts, the law of our country, are not abiding by our constitution. No, why are they stopping the constitution? We are stopping the constitution amendment from going through because we know that it is an evil agenda. It's a Tonga agenda. It's about only you, the selfish person. You want to govern Zambia till eternity, but evil suzachita. Tuakukani na HH. You will never be president in 2026. And to conclude my video, we are doing this in memory of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Because without Edgar Lungu dying, I wouldn't have known how wicked HH was. We wouldn't have known how wicked this man was. Edgar Lungu's death has exposed us to understand, to know how evil HH is. You vote for HH, you are risking your lives. You are risking the economy of Zambia. Forget about the big figures they are mentioning, how Zambia is no longer on the default, what. Those things can be done, but is the money reaching the grassroots for the poor Zambians? No. There is no electricity. He has even admitted there's no power. So even if you have those debt restructuring things, what else? What are Zambians benefiting from that? The CDF, you are borrowing from NAPSA. By the time you are retiring, my people, he has given his friends targets. Tax holidays to his own people. Abasungu, they are on tax holidays. Whilst you are a Zambian, you are paying tax from your nose. A leader who does not look at the Zambian people we Kalobamu Zambian, Tema leaders. Mwanza did it. Sasta did it. Edgar Lungu did it in COVID times. We managed. Ukuikala Mzambia COVID. HH tamkote na COVID. And Zambians are suffering like this. If it was COVID times, would you have managed to keep Zambia the way Zambia was Muniba Lungu? No. You have been a very jealous, bad leader. All you ever wanted was to get that position. So that when you're in position, you should loot our minerals, make yourself rich and your family, and give your fellow tribes people diplomatic appointments and police appointments and army appointments. And now you are threatening any person who speaks. They will go to jail. You will go to jail. In the UK on TikTok, I shared the video on my platform. A British lady, she insulted the government over the budget. She's still working. Even in her uniform at work, she insulted the government. She goes in her car, does videos, talk about how this budget is bullocks. A first world country. She's even using a smartphone. Nothing like cyber. She's free to talk. Then you, third world country, you want to bring in all these cyber. Now you cannot even talk about Pandora. If you talk about Pandora, it's a crime. What is that? We're in a first world generation number. Enough change into 21st century. Enough change. We're in social media generation. People now know what is ABCD. Allah. Imagine somebody saying we're going 48 hours without electricity. Can you imagine that? And then you want to be president. President of who? Of Bwenga? Eh? Now, the economy is so tough. Zambia is so tough now. Things are hard. Even those that are supporting HH, they call me, my sister, to pay 200 kwacha. My sister, we just support for the sake of 50 kwacha. So people are supporting even UPND just to get 50 kwacha to survive. How evil can you be? And then you want to add even amending the constitution. And you are sending slave mama to come and talk about God. Please. So guys, that's what I wanted to say. Mutale Mwanza needs to mind her business and focus on her matters in court. She's fighting a serious case of allegations because she posted the girl's name. And she cannot claim that it's not her. She mentioned her. And it was because she was on that program where they were talking about coin of Mwanza, husband, ex-husband to Millie. And she entered in the matter as defense. Now the defense that she did was to disrespect Chichi Days. So since Mutale Mwanza is supporting Bill 7, I hereby declare my support to say, let's see how we can withdraw this now and void. Let UPND help you. Kaina mkwatisha sana mano wena Mutale. Mukadipila 2 million. I mean, you've got property, you can get a loan. You pay the 2 million kwacha, and you know, that's life. Okay? You are connected to the UPND, I'm sure. That's why you've pleaded not guilty. Namkwatamano. Instead of you seeking wise counsel and shut up and staying away from everything, you are happy. Somebody said, if it was during COVID, some provinces would have been deliberately neglected to reduce the number of voters. The same voter registration is being deliberately stifled in some provinces. When we talk about voters registration, Hakainde Hichilema's government has been the worst when it comes to sensitization. In PF, my vans were going. In MMD, vans were going. They have made it so, it's like they want to show as if Zambians are not interested. Okay? But they are doing that deliberately. In Southern Province, they've been registering people as voters since 2022. They've been registering. NRCs, no mistakes. In other regions, NRC you cannot get. If you get your NRC, your name will not show, your village will not show. Mistakes upon mistakes, doing deliberate things. But you know what? The Bible tells us that even Pharaoh, his heart was hardened. Hakainde Hichilema, your heart is hardened right now. But guess what? Your hardening of your heart is what will liberate Zambia. Because Zambians have seen your wickedness. You harden your heart to even allow Edgar Lungu to go and access medical. You have hardened your heart to even refuse the burial of Edgar Lungu to happen even in South Africa. You have hardened your heart by taking a widow to court. You have hardened your heart by putting an injunction on the body of ECL. You have hardened your heart. You really want to see the body. Continue hardening your heart. You will know that God is not your mate. And even those people who are supporting you, one day you will come out like Chakwera. We are using Malawi formula in 2026 because we're voting for Brian Munduwi. You are the same people who will come out. Somebody said, you are talking about the insulting an uniformed officer from the UK and she's still working, was insulting. No, Patrick, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lady who is turning off the government. All she does is politics and she's wearing her uniform. Not a police officer. She's wearing a caregiver uniform. She's on TikTok. I shared it on my platform. She tells them off. She doesn't insult. That's what I said. Okay? Somebody said, just continue with your business. Stop doing politics. Why should I stop doing politics? I will not stop doing politics. I'm the incoming Foreign Affairs Minister and you're telling me I should stop talking about politics. I will talk. So that you should remember that I warned you about this Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema is bad. Do not vote for that man. He's evil. Now, let Charo cha Zambia. They have reduced the voters' registration in all the other provinces and claimed that Southern Province had the highest number of voters' registration. How possible is that Southern Province can have more voters that have registered compared to... As for HH, his behavior is disgusting. He's pathetic. No wonder Michael Chilfesata called him an under-5 politician. No wonder Levi Mwanawasa used to say that some people, they want to enter into power in order to abuse the citizens. And Mwanawasa you were right. All the presidents from Mwanawasa, Sata, Edgar Lungu, HH used to condemn them every day. Nobody arrested him. Every day, that's what he would do. He would oppose everything. They are launching a road, he opposes. Launching a bridge, he opposes. Every living thing that they did, his job was to oppose. We oppose at cyber. What a hypocrite. What a mistake we made in Zambia. Zambians, when you see the UPND symbol, you are going to skip it in 2026. Do not vote for that demonic symbol. Whether it's your favorite councillor, we are going to go on the purpose vehicle that Brian Mundubile will use for 2026. He is the only candidate that can liberate Zambia. Listen to me. We don't want people who come in office and start revenging and say, no, Brian Mundubile has a good heart. He's a unifier. So guys, thank you so much. Remember that life is spiritual. We cannot be supporting someone who has introduced things that we don't accept as Zambians. Suddenly, the Freemasons are free to gather, but the church is being stopped to gather. Sunday Sinyangwe's event was stopped. Those were thousands of people. That alone decampaigned HH. May he continue hardening in his heart. May he continue being wicked so that we go to our promised land. So that God's fulfillment, plan, and purpose of our David Brian Mundubile shall come to pass. As you are listening to me, follow the page Brian Mundubile. You will understand that this is the only man that God can use to liberate Zambia. It's a girl.